Well, hello everybody and welcome back to Lisa's Coloring Corner. Today I thought we would do a picture out of this Manatee Coloring Book. This is by Connie Roy, and I just did a flip through of this book in my previous video, so I thought we would color a picture out of this cute book. It's been a long time since I did a color and chat. Seems like forever. So I thought we would do this cute picture. It's got the family of manatees on here, and then some circles in the background. Feels like there's a bump in here. I'm gonna get a different sheet of paper for the background. Not that, that's my color chart. Okay, let's use this. Okay, and I wanted to again color a picture with the AspireColor dual-ended alcohol markers that I received from AspireColor, because there are a few things I wanted to point out about these markers that AspireColor let me know about. So I want to forward that information on to you guys. Okay, so let me open these up. And we will pick out some colors. Now, I know manatees are, grayish, and they can have, some green and stuff on them from being in the water. So let's see if we can pick out some colors. Okay, yeah, let's go with some grays. There is a green gray, so maybe we will get that one out. Green gray, I think 7. So we'll use that gray. Then maybe some of the warm grays. How about 3 and 5? 3 and 5. And maybe that'll be enough. Then I was thinking, for all the circles in the background, I was going to go with like greens and blues of some sort. So we'll deal with that when we get to it. But let's just start with the grays. Let me zoom you in a little here. And we will start coloring these cute guys. Move that up. Now, first and foremost, I do want to say a huge thank you to everybody who has expressed all the concern, all the prayers and well wishes for both Bob and myself. It is really, really appreciated. We are both on the mend. I am feeling better each and every day between taking my anti-inflammatories and my albuterol inhaler. Yes, I did go back and get it, and it has helped. Bob is doing just wonderfully after his surgeries last week. And boy, this ink is really spreading, and I am going to talk about the ink in these markers. But yeah, first off, I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you, thank you. I have the most wonderful subscribers. You guys just always make my day. And I am getting closer and closer to 1,500 subscribers. So that will be another milestone for me, which means another giveaway. So when that happens, I will do an announcement of the giveaway. So again, thank you all for that too. Okay, now AspireColor got in contact with me. I did give them a bunch of feedback on these markers based on my own observations and also the feedback that I got from all of you. And I did forward that on to Amy from AspireColor. And where did I put my notes here? Okay, now, first and foremost, she did let me know that she did look at the color chart. Because when I printed mine out, you know, if you've seen that video, where I swatched out these markers and kind of did a review of them. For some reason, my color chart printed a portrait and it did not work real well for me because the lettering and everything was so teeny. And Amy had said, she thought that they, you know, did have it set up to print landscape. And I did have one of you subscribers who had these markers already tell me that theirs printed landscape just fine. So Amy went and looked, and she thinks it had something to do with the browser that I was using. So it should be fixed for most browsers now. So if you've seen that that review video, it does state that I had a problem, you know, with the color chart. Well, that should be fixed now. And again, most browsers should be able to view it just fine and print it off. So that is the first thing. And yeah, I think I'm going to go to the chisel. So yes, that is the first thing. Now, the next thing is based on the feedback, and the thing that I really like about this company is they are so receptive to feedback from their customers. I mean, they are just awesome to work with. So if you do get these markers and you have any suggestions whatsoever for them, by all means reach out to them, because they really do take their customers' suggestions to heart. And if it's at all possible, they will fix the things that people are having problems with. This is their initial set of markers, so they will be changing things up in future sets. Now, if you do get these and you are having a problem with the color chart, all you have to do is contact them, and the email would be customer experience at aspirecolor.com, and I can leave that in the description below, because I had mentioned again in that review video that instead of ice blue on the cap, the name, it said LCE, and I know AspireColor is not the only one that has their caps like that. For some reason, ice blue always comes out as LCE instead of ICE. Well, they were already made aware of this, and they did update the cap for that particular color. So if you do happen to have this set already and would like an updated cap for ice blue, again, you just have to contact them and they will send you a new cap. They are also aware, because I had pointed out instead of rose beige, it was rose beige, that they are looking at that also, and will probably be getting that cap changed also. So those two things will be changing. She also indicated to me, let's go with which one was it? Warm gray 5. Let's go with a lighter one for the little babies. Let's go with a let's go with a cool gray, because of course not all manatees are going to be the same color. So let's go with cool grays for these babies. How about 2 and 4? Is my head in the way here? 2 and 4. Okay. They did indicate to me, based on feedback they have received on the colors. Number one, colors that are so similar. And again, I am not the only one that pointed this out to them. And the fact that, you know, there were so many reds and so many that were similar. I pointed out some colors that we felt were real similar, because I got some feedback from you guys on that too. So I forwarded her all of that info. I said, you know, maybe a few less grays so that we could fit in some extra skin tone colors, or possibly even having in the future a separate skin tone set maybe, which would be awesome. Let her know that you know, it was kind of lacking in oranges and lighter browns. A lot of those browns were on the darker side and they were kind of similar, you know, things like that. So she let me know that the color selection is going to be updated in future sets, and they should be having a new and improved set out within the, what'd she say, in the coming months. So I would assume that would mean, you know, a couple months from now, hopefully they will be having a new and improved set out. Now, when they do come out with a new set, she told me that, oh gosh, I hope I have this right. I don't want to say this unless I know for sure it was them. It was either them or I'm dealing with, you know, Chromatech with the water brush pens too. But I believe it was Amy at AspireColor who said I can give away not 1, but 2 sets of these markers. And again, that's after the new and improved sets will be out. And if I have that incorrect, I will be updating that info in a future video. But I do believe it was AspireColor that told me that. So that is exciting news. The other big problem that I let her know about is the fact that, yes, these are very, very juicy, but it's almost to the point where they are too juicy, because as you can see, this ink really, really spreads. It's almost like they're too full, which I know sounds kind of impossible. The juicier the marker, the better, right? But yeah, especially some of these, they really seem too juicy. Matter of fact, I did have a comment from one of you who had this set, and there was actually so much ink in them that when you pulled the cover off, the ink literally went spraying out the end. And again, Amy at AspireColor said she was made aware of this from a few other customers, and that I guess typically, well, in the past, in these sets, this original set, they put in 4 grams of ink because they wanted to give you the most for your money. And I guess most markers have between 3 and 3.5 grams of ink. And so when they put in 4 grams, it seems to be just a hair too much. So what they're going to do with their next set is they are going to be putting in 3.7. So while it's going to be a little bit more ink than other alcohol markers, which is nice because they will last longer then, it's not going to be quite as much as what's in these currently, which I think is going to help them. Because, yeah, like I said, it's, unless you color with them, it's hard to imagine that you would ever have a marker that's too juicy. Just doesn't seem possible, right? But yeah, these are, and like I said, when you get to the lines, it bleeds over really, really easily. And especially in this book, if you notice the lines, this is I guess the one criticism I have about this book. I think the vast majority of us, not everybody, but I think the majority of us prefer a little bit darker, thicker lines. It's just easier to color in, whether you're using markers, gel pens. I guess the only medium I guess it's not as picky about would be pencil. Because even gel pen, you can go out of the lines sometimes. Not as much as your alcohol inks, but yeah. So they are going to be taking, a step back from the amount of ink that is in the markers. So, like I said, they're very receptive to feedback, and I think that is just awesome. So I cannot wait until they have a new and improved set out and see what color selections that they changed. So as I hear from them, I will keep all of you updated too. And then when there is the giveaway for the sets of markers, I, of course, will let you know that also. And again, if I have that incorrect, I will let you know that too. My brain just has not been firing on all angles here lately. And I'm just getting some things confused. So we'll see. We'll see. And I should have checked that out. I apologize. Should have checked that out before I hit record. If I remember, I will include something in the description in regard to, yes, if it will be a giveaway for this set of markers. Well, the new and improved set of markers. And just let you know for sure, so that you know that that will be coming up in the future, which I think is awesome of them to do. So, yes, I am really excited about seeing my subscriber count getting up there and just edging closer to the 1,500 mark. I thank all of you for all of your support. It's just been, I have just had a wonderful experience here on YouTube. And that's why, you know, I enjoy making these videos so much. So let me take a sip here quick. Aren't these guys just adorable? They're just so cute. I don't know if I will get this entire picture done on camera or not, because as you can imagine, all these circles in the background are gonna take a while to do. So I may just finish this picture off camera, but we'll see how far we get. It's already been 20 minutes and I haven't even gotten the manatees done. So we'll see how far we get. I've been meaning to get this video out, or at least recorded, for a while now, and I just have not felt up to it. And usually I do not have that problem with, you know, wanting to record and, you know, getting things done and out on YouTube. And yeah, lately my mojo's kind of been gone. And I didn't want to record when I really wasn't feeling it, because I didn't want that to come across in the video, and I know it would have. So I figured, no, I'm gonna wait until I truly feel like recording. And it is Thursday night. The kids just left. So you know, that is a juicy marker. Very, very juicy. And again, me and these chisel tips, I don't know, we kind of have a fight. But these are nice and firm, and you really can make really, you know, small lines with them, because they are so firm and they have such a sharp point to them. So, you know, you can color really nicely with the chisel tip too. And if I could just get used to chisel tips, I'm sure I could do much better. But yeah, I don't know, I just battle with them. Okay, I think we will do one with the warm gray 5 then. And we'll go in here with the fine tip. So I'll have one just a little bit darker. So we kind of have a whole, I don't know if they're called schools, I don't think so. A pod maybe of manatees here. As I was watching some of the videos on YouTube about the manatees, I felt so horrible seeing how many of these manatees are scarred up and get killed because of boats. The propellers and whatnot hitting them. But I guess they have been protected. like where their feeding and breeding grounds are. A lot of places, boats are not allowed. And so I guess the manatee numbers have been increasing to the point where they are no longer on the endangered list. Somebody left me a comment in regard to that they were no longer on the endangered list. So that is awesome. I don't like to hear about any animal being on the endangered list. There's no reason for it, right? God put all these animals on our earth for a reason. They all play a role, and so, especially these gentle giants, just, oh, they're so cute. I can see why the illustrator of this book is so enamored by manatees down in Florida. They are just so cute. So spring has finally sprung around here. Yay! Our snow is pretty much all gone. About the only place that there's any snow left at all is where there were huge snow piles. So that is awesome. Sidewalks are all now open. We actually have sidewalks again. But would you believe, now last Saturday we actually got up to 77 degrees. Oh my gosh, it was so gorgeous outside. And now this Saturday, it's supposed to snow. I mean, can you believe that? Talk about temperature changes. My gosh. That's just ridiculous. But at least it's not going to be as bad as last year, where the end of April we got dumped with a foot of snow. This year at least we got it out of our system a couple weeks ago. So hopefully Mother Nature couldn't be that cruel 2 years in a row, right? Oh my gosh. Okay, so there are the manatees themselves. Aren't they cute? The little baby ones. Okay, so now let's start on these swirlies. And like I said, I kind of wanted to go with some blues and greens, kind of some turquoises. And I think I'll start with the dark in the middle and then go out to light colors. So what is one of my darker colors? How about in the middle we start out with a, let's see, let's try a turquoise green. Turquoise. Where are you? There we go. Okay, and then I think I'm going to go to the peacock green. We'll see how this looks. I don't know. If it looks okay, then I'll kind of, we'll do like dark in a bunch of them and then the next color in a bunch of them, rather than switching colors constantly. And then I'm gonna, let me see. Let's try the ice blue. I want to get that turquoise blue in here too. And let's get lighter now. about the pastel blue? And finally, the lightest blue I have is pale blue light. That's sky blue. Pale blue light. Okay. All right. Because there are 6 rings in here, so I got out 6 kind of turquoisey and blue colors, so we'll see how this looks. Let's start over here with this ring. And again, because these bleed so easily, one ring may bleed into the next. Let me get some room over here. Like I said, no matter how big a desk is, it's never big enough. Okay, let's go with this one. Was going to do this in gel pen. You know me and my gel pens. But again, I wanted to color another picture with these AspireColor markers so I could talk about them with you. Didn't pay to do a whole separate video on just updates to the markers that are coming. So, well, those 2 colors are real similar, aren't they? Oh, well. Now, some of these markers do seem juicier than others. There's no doubt about that. Oh, that don't look too bad. I don't know if you guys can see all these little rings in here. I think this color should be before the other one. This one's not quite as light. So I think I got them in the wrong order. And then the lightest one on the outside. Okay, so I think I'm going to switch these 2 around. And then we'll do all of the colors like that. Do I need to zoom you in just a tad more? Okay, now we're a little out of focus. Wrong way, Jose. Wow, getting even worse. There we go. Okay. All right, so let's do a few of these with the dark color. And I'm hoping if I keep my throat moistened that I won't start coughing. Like I said, it has been getting better. Yay. I have been getting more sleep at night instead of waking up coughing constantly and coughing my fool head off trying to get to sleep. And so I did try sleeping out in my chair a few nights, and while that did keep me from coughing quite so much, the pain in my side into my back was a lot worse. And what they did, I don't know if I mentioned this, what they did find on my x-rays, while I didn't have pneumonia or anything, they did find that for some strange reason, the lower left lobe, or the lower lobe of my left lung, has scar tissue built up in there. And so they figured that's why I was having some breathing difficulty and possibly where that pain was coming from. And that all the coughing was aggravating that, and so on and so on. But I'm like, where the heck, what would cause scar tissue to build up in a lung? kind of strange. Okay, let's start with these. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, this one too. We'll just do these over here and see how that looks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. Nope, this one. I'm just moving all over the place, ain't I? Alrighty, let's go to the next color then. Make it look aquatic themed here. I know it's going to be bleeding out of these thin lines because there's just, number one, pretty impossible to keep alcohol ink inside lines this thin. And then when you're coloring with markers this super juicy and on Create Space paper or Amazon paper, yeah, it's kind of a bad combination. So, oh well, that's okay. I just wanted to get one of these cute pictures colored in. While I had it out after I reviewed it, so. And again, I would like to thank Connie for reaching out to me to review this book. I did get a very nice comment from her. So, I just jumped right in, didn't I? How is everybody else doing? It is now Thursday, so the work week is about over. For most of us, however, there are some I know that probably have to work the weekend. Seems ages since I've really talked with you guys. Oops, that was already colored in. Oh well. You see how this ink is spreading so much? We still look a little fuzzy. Let me see. There, that's better. Lots clearer. Of course, maybe I should have left it not quite so clear, then you wouldn't see all the ink spreading outside the lines. You'd be thinking, wow, what a great job she's doing. Yep, that's me. Is anybody in the, depending on where you're at in the country or in the world, is anybody having really warm weather yet? I can't wait for warm weather. I told Bob, I said, gonna have to get the oil changed and stuff in the lawnmower pretty soon. I don't know if you've seen my previous videos, but I love mowing lawn. It's my favorite thing to do in the summer. And no, it's not with a rider. I push mow, and I love it. It is my exercise outside during the summer. Love how it smells. Just love doing it. Love how it looks afterwards. I just love it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so yeah, I am so looking forward to mowing lawn. getting outside with Maddie. So yes, we'll all be good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, okay, and we got to put a dark one in there too. Okay. So yeah, even with the fine tips on here, you can see it really does bleed outside the lines. But I think, you know, in the grand scheme of things, when you get the whole picture done, it's not really going to matter. I just wanted these different shades in here for these circles of what I'm assuming is water. Yeah, again, these two colors are pretty similar. They didn't look quite so similar on my color chart, but one did seem to be a shade darker than the other, but it's kind of coloring pretty similar, but that's okay. I've been trying to catch up on some of my subscribed YouTube videos, or kind of worded that wrong. Trying to catch up on some YouTube videos from people I am subscribed to, because I have kind of gotten behind. And all my favorites have a number of videos out there that I want to catch up on. I have been pretty much just relaxing at night, coloring my designs with my gel pens. Once the kids leave, it's like I just want to sit down and relax. And that's why I have not been making videos this week. The ones that I put out this week were ones that I kind of had, except for the review of this book. I did do that one. But some of the others I had out there already, I just hadn't published them. So, because I like to get something out every day for you guys, and I guess that's not always going to happen, especially when one isn't feeling real good. And so I guess that's to be expected. But like I said, I had a few shorter videos that I had out there to be published yet, so I just used those. And I can feel a cough coming on. Oh, sorry. Oh, yes. It's so fun being sick in the spring. So it's like, oh, it just, I don't know. I don't get sick very often at all. Thank heaven. Because I don't, well, nobody likes being sick. But it always seems when I do get sick, I really get sick. So, darn grandkids. It's all their fault. And they've been picking up everything too, it seems. And a lot from their cousin's house on the other side. And it seems like those kids are sick quite often, and whenever Maddie is over there, it's like she catches it all. And then so nicely shares it with Grandma. But here's hoping to a very healthy summer. Already gave Bella her flea and tick treatment, so she's all set for that for a month now. So, because we all know that season's coming. Them nasty things. Oh God, I hate wood ticks. Oh, I know as I was growing up, if our dog had anything on him or her, there's no way I could do it. I always made my brother get them off. I could not even, oh, no. I couldn't even stand to look at those things, especially when they're engorged. And God, I don't even want to talk about them. Ugh, they are just disgusting things. Yuck. So yeah, thank heavens Bella really has never had one on her. Of course, she's not an outside dog, so, but she does go for a few walks every day. And we all know they can hang out in town too, around shrubs and grasses, and so it's definitely around here too. So gotta protect them here in town. Doesn't, you know, they don't seem to be quite as prevalent in town here as they are out in the country, but I am really shocked we don't have mosquitoes out yet. Seems like it doesn't take those buggers very long at all once the snow is gone to start popping out. And I know there's a purpose for mosquitoes. It feeds a lot of birds, feeds the bats, all of that. But ugh. They're such a nuisance. Alrighty, how are our swirls looking? Like I said, I know I'm not going to get this done on camera tonight, and I'm just going to finish it myself off camera. And then tomorrow I want to get a few videos recorded. Have a few appointments in town I need to get to though, and must get my hair cut finally. I've been saying that for a few weeks now, and it's like, okay, must do it. And my hairstylist is working tomorrow, so good timing. Time to get her done. So I have my nice short hair for the summer again. Love my short hair. And right now, they're so long, they're curling up in the back. And I usually have that pretty well shaved down when they're cut. So you can imagine how long my hair is. Well, it's been quite a while since I had them cut. And of course, the shorter your hair, the sooner you need to have them cut, right? the sooner you can tell they're growing out. Once they start growing over my ears on the side, because I have my hair cut around my ears. And yeah, then it's like, okay, hair's getting too long. Then when the back starts flipping up, oh yeah, then you know they're too long. Can't do anything with the bangs anymore. Ugh. You know, it sure would be nice if once you got your hair cut and it was exactly how you wanted them, that you could just have your hair stop growing. You know, if you knew for sure you weren't ever going to go for a different type of hairstyle, or just say, okay, hair, stop growing. Yeah, I thought I would throw like more of a greenish blue in here too, for something different. Thought that would be pretty for water. Still have the mourning dove in my garage. If you've seen my past videos, I was talking about how I kept having these pair of mourning doves coming in the garage nesting, and by the time we really noticed them, I think it was too late, because I think Mama was sitting on a nest of eggs already. So of course then you're not going to move the nest. That would just be mean, because the eggs would probably get abandoned. But then every night Mama's locked in the garage when I close the door for the night. And it's like, how is this mama bird eating? Because I don't see Daddy flying in and out of there anymore now that the nest is made and stuff. And so I Googled it like I Google everything. And it said for mourning doves, even though you don't tell that you don't see that there's a changing of the guards, that they do change places. But I tell you, I'm out in that garage quite often, and I have never seen that male around anymore at all. All I ever see is her, or what I think is her, I guess. I would see him around a lot, like I said, when they were building the nest, but not now. But I guess according to Google, it says that yeah, they take turns sitting on the nest, and because the male and females look the same, you can't really tell. So I sure hope that's the case, because I'm like, she's sitting up there hungry. So I go out there every time I see her sitting there, and I'm like, how you doing, Mama Birdie? And I'll talk with her. And then we had robins come in too. They every year swoop in and they try to build a nest on top of the garage door opener. And it's like, there's all these trees everywhere. You have to come in the garage. And they said, yeah, we're out of the rain and the wind then. But, and they're fast. Holy cow. Before you know it, half their nest was built already, and there's stuff all over the garage floor, the twigs and stuff that they drop. And so Bob went up there and tore their poor little nest out. You feel bad doing it, but in the long run, it's better for them, because they too would be locked in the garage at night. And once they have little ones that are going to need to be fed, that wouldn't be a good thing. So hopefully they found a better place to nest. Bob put some white netting type material around the garage door opener up there so they don't come back in and try to build again. Because that's what they did that one year. Oh my gosh, they retried like 3 times building up that nest. And finally Bob's like, okay, we gotta put something around here so they do not attempt to build up here anymore. As soon as you tear it down, within a day, it's half built again. It's like, boy, these guys are busy. My heavens. Busy little birdies. At least with the snow melting, or melted now, they have stuff to build their nests with. Boy, there for a while, you know, you didn't see any ground whatsoever. We had a foot of snow on there, and it's like, what are they supposed to be eating, much less nesting with? I felt so bad for them. Poor birdies. Come back to that. Sure. We're supposed to come back to this. Should have stayed south. Had it made down there. Still always amazes me how they make that huge trek every year. Okay, well, let's do this one too. Okie dokie. Then the last color, last but not least. Let's put in the light color. Yeah, I think that looks kind of cute. Nothing fancy, but don't need fancy. Wasn't sure what I wanted to do with these, but then I was thinking, well, it's water, so we'll do some different shades of blues and greens around the rings. Now, I would do a part 2 to this, but I think it would be quite boring because it's only coloring the rest of these rings, so I will just do that off camera. There are, as I said, a few other videos I want to get recorded tomorrow, so we'll see how far I get. Every time I plan something, something happens, and I'm not able to record hardly at all, maybe get one done. So guess I'm gonna play it by ear tomorrow. And like I said, I do have a few appointments to get to, and all the other errands that I run on Fridays. Did I mention we got the silver car, the Sunfire, up and running? And I actually drove it today for the first time. It needed a new motor. The driver's side window did not go up and down, so it was just taped up. And Bob got the motor for the window replaced. And so finally got it registered and Got plates on it and everything, so now we got insurance on it, so it's all ready to go. Seems weird to be back in a Sunfire, because that's what my previous car was a Sunfire. But now I've been driving Bob's Grand Am for so long. Because the main thing that you got to get used to in a Sunfire, and I don't know if there are any other cars like this, but to put the windows up and down is in the middle between the two front seats, instead of having the controls for the windows over on the driver's side, on the left-hand side there, where most vehicles have the controls for the windows. These controls for all four windows are in between the two front seats, kind of by where your elbow rests, sort of. So yeah, I gotta get used to that again. And then in the Grand Am, the key went into the dash to turn it on, whereas this one, the key goes into on the steering column. So yeah, just new stuff to get used to. Does seem like it could use some new shocks though. And even though it's only a, you know, it's an older car, it's a 2002, so I mean that's an older car, but it has very low miles on, just a little over 100,000 miles, so that's very low mileage for a 2002. But yeah, the shocks don't seem the best in it. So eventually, once Bob is up and about better and back on his feet more, that maybe he can get that fixed too. I just plan all this stuff for him, don't I? Well, it's his fault for being a mechanic. It's all his fault. Okay, how does that look? Let me zoom you back out. Aren't their manatees cute? I like the different colors that they came out. I think that's looking pretty nice. I like how this is turning out too. So like I said, I'm going to continue on. I'm going to finish all the swirlies. Again, I don't want to do all that on camera. It's going to get a little monotonous for you to watch. So, and I'm over an hour already on this. So I think I'm going to leave it here, and I will just, like I said, I'll just finish this off camera. But yeah, I think it's looking really cute. And again, this is from the Manatee Coloring Book by Connie Roy. I will link this down below. I will also link these AspireColor alcohol markers down in the description too. And I do really like them. So, all right. Well, I guess that is it for this video. I hope everybody enjoyed watching me color this cute little manatee picture. And you will see it at the end of the month when I show all of my completed pictures. So until then, I hope everybody is having a terrific week. If you enjoyed this video, give me that thumbs up, and please subscribe if you are new to my channel. Again, I hope everybody's having a terrific week, and as always, happy coloring. Bye guys.